Hey guys, so I realized a lot of the videos I've made lately have been about combating like the physical symptoms of recovery or just attacking it from purely a physiological angle. But that's pretty much like cutting a weed out of the grass. It's one of the physical aspects or the symptoms of the eating disorder, but the real root cause is psychological. And so it's like just cutting the leaves off a weed, and what we really need to do to like permanently fix it is pull that root out. I'm full of wisdom analogies today. Just wait for it, it will get better. So I want to share with you guys one of the key things that actually helped me during recovery, because a year ago I thought, yeah, I'm recovered, I'm all great, and then someone made a shitty comment about my weight, about how I gained weight, and I was like, oh dear God, someone called Dr. Phil. I had like a complete, like, we're talking about white chicks level meltdown, when she's in the changing room. And then, so this was during my yoga teacher training, and then my yoga teacher said something that completely inspired me, and it got me to go on this whole new path with regards to my recovery and just with my entire mindset. And one of the things that I want to share with you guys is that whole philosophy that I now live my life by. And it's what completely changed my life. It made the biggest difference. So hopefully you guys can find a way to use it. Or, if hundreds of people hear it and just it resonates with one, then job well done, Jax. Yeah, modesty is not lost on me. So what that is basically the body is in a constant state of flux. What that means is it's always changing. Your cells, to live, being alive means your cells are constantly replicating. Your body is always performing a task, always performing an action. You're eating, or you're sleeping, or you're resting, or you're walking, or you're always breathing. So what that means is there's no such thing as a constant in the body. Nothing will always be exactly the same. So what that means is you will never always be the same weight. You will never always have the same circumference around your hips. So trying to control something, example is trying to stay at a certain really low weight which isn't attainable. So trying to control something that will change is setting yourself up for complete misery and setting yourself up for failure. The truth is, you will gain weight. Notice how I end up crossing my legs and getting my game face on when I get serious. So you will gain weight. You will lose weight. There is nothing you can do to change that in life. You won't always be the same size. So just, if you panic about the fact that you've gained a lot of weight, the fact that you've had a cheat meal, so what? Ask yourself, is this permanent? Did I just lose my arm in a shark attack? No, you didn't. If you did, I am so sorry. But it's something that it's not permanent. So why destroy yourself over something that's just part of the everyday flux? And that is something every time I start panicking, I'm like, oh shit, I've gained weight, that's it. Oh my God, I look terrible today. I just say, why am I stressing over something that isn't permanent? Because that is just I don't know, a good analogy for that one. Another thing that I had to do, which is, it was a bit of a tough, little touchy at the time, so now I can talk about it. Now I can try and help other people with it. But let me tell you what, my friends, back in the day, this was a doozy. So when I was at the peak of my eating disorders, I was at 00. I could fit into anything. I would tell people, yeah, I shop at Gap Kids. I was one of those. And when I started eating healthily, obviously I gained weight and I wasn't that 00 anymore. But when I was the 00, I was tired all the time. My bones were crumbling. And that just shows you my body wasn't designed to be a 00. Some people are. Some people are born being a 00. Some people are just naturally meant to be a 6, 12, 18. It doesn't matter. Our bone structures are all different. But the thing is embracing what you are designed to, so what you're naturally predispositioned to be. Because fighting for something that's just against your nature, me fighting for a 00 when that's just physically not healthily attainable in my body. The only way to get there was to be unhealthy. And when did it become okay to have someone else's best as your standard? Whether it's what's on a magazine, whether it's somewhere else, you've got to think about it. When was that point in your life when you thought, yeah, my best isn't good enough? That's absolutely horse shit. Your best, you should strive to be your best self. What's healthily attainable by you? Because I can guarantee you, like 100%, you ask any of those girls on that hospital breath, or guys, I know it's just as common now amongst guys, you ask any of those people on that hospital bed in their last few minutes, was it worth it? Is this feeling you're experiencing now, striving to be some ideal image created by someone else, that best, instead of your healthy best self, is it worth where you are now? Not one of them is going to say yes. And so that is something really, really beautiful to consider when, you know, that moment when you love yourself more than you love anything else. As in, you stop wanting to hurt yourself. So when I say you love yourself, I mean, I don't want to see myself starving. Another yogi wisdom bomb. The way you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. If the only way you would love yourself is by loving that image of you that is unhealthy, unattainable, and hating yourself if you deviate from your diet or that specific body type, you're teaching others to love you conditionally. You've got to love yourself unconditionally. Oh my gosh, I sound like one of those self-help books, but it's true. There is wisdom to that shit. When you actually apply it, you're like, oh my gosh, Dr. Phil, you were right. Oprah, come at me, just give me the love. So that whole self-love, there is honestly something to it. It's such a beautiful thing, because you do, when you start putting yourself first, thoughts become your words, become your behaviors, become your actions. Really, it's such a contagious thing when you just finally just stop punishing yourself for being the way that you are. The feeling I felt when I fit into a 00 was not a feeling of happiness. It was more of a feeling of relief or something like that. It wasn't like, I don't know how, it wasn't a joyful moment because I was tired, I was hungry, I was sore. Those aren't the things that you remember in life. What I do remember is sharing meals with my mom and sister and my brother, and those fun moments that we have together. Those are the memories that go in the little memory bank. Like those girls sitting on that hospital bed, or guys, I'm so sorry, it's just like a genetic defect to go straight to girls, and it's so gender biased of me. It's terrible. So I'm gonna consciously work on saying people who are in that bed in the last moments, they're not thinking about, oh my god, I had like 6 ribs showing today. They're thinking about the moments they wish they spent with their loved ones. So that's just a few thoughts, few words of wisdom. Take it, leave it, things I've learned. It's that type of mindset is what helped me so much. So as well as the digestive advice that I've given you, as well as the eating advice, the exercise advice, this is something just as important. So I hope you liked it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. Share it with someone if you know someone that needs to hear this. And I will see you next time. Mwah.